So you've purchased the Trim Healthy Mama Plan book on Amazon. You even started reading it a little bit, but it just got too confusing with the S's and the E's and the crossovers and all of the abbreviations. What does this all mean? I'm about to simplify the Trim Healthy Mama Plan for you. It's Rabina. First, let's talk about what is Trim Healthy Mama. Well, Trim Healthy Mama is a low glycemic diet plan that is sustainable for life. The Trim Healthy Mama plan, it's not just your ordinary diet plan for temporary loss of pounds, although it will do that. You can trust that yes, you will lose those temporary pounds that you want to lose, but Trim Healthy Mama does so much more than that. Here are some key elements in the Trim Healthy Mama diet plan. Number 1, protein is always center focus and always the anchor in every meal. Number 2, separating your fats from your carbs from meal to meal will help you lose weight. And number 3, eating about every 3 hours apart helps your metabolism to keep running and use up all of that energy which you've consumed from your food. And number 4, remember that food is fuel. If you remember that and think on that, you'll be able to better understand why it is you're eating, what you're eating, and when. We're going to break down today what is an S, what is an E, and what is a crossover. First, let's talk about what is an S. If you're a numbers person, remember that for your satisfying meals, those are your fat-focused meals, they're to be more than 5 grams of fat and less than 10 grams of carbs. What are satisfying meals, or S meals for short? S meals are meals that are fat-focused. These are meals where your protein is your anchor. Always with the Trim Healthy Mama plan, your protein is your anchor. But in this setting, in an S setting or a satisfying meal, you are going to have more fat along with your protein than you are carbohydrates. What does that look like in a meal? An S meal would look something like this. A 6-ounce steak with broccoli and cauliflower rice as your sides. This is a meal that has protein centered and fat along with that protein in the steak. And then you have 2 low carbohydrate vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower rice. Now let's talk about those E meals. E meals are the opposite of S meals. E stands for energizing meals. These are meals that are carb focused. Now, it does not mean Krispy Kreme donuts, not these type of carbs. We want healthy carbs that are easy on the digestion and easy to process and will actually help your body burn fat. If you're a numbers person, these are meals that have 10 or more grams of carbs and then 5 or less grams of fat. So it's the opposite of our S meals when it comes to numbers. A meal that is an E meal would look something like this. A breakfast, picture this. Egg whites scrambled with spinach and maybe a few bell peppers and a little bit of onion with a side of Ezekiel bread toast. That would be a great E meal, a great energizing meal. Let's talk about FP meals. Now, FP meals are your fuel pool meals. Those are meals that have less than 5 grams of carbs and less than 5 grams of fat. Think about a salad with a vinaigrette dressing with a lean meat on top like turkey or tuna or chicken breast that has been cooked with very little oil, maybe even a baked chicken breast. Something like that. That would be an FP meal. The last kind of meal that we're going to talk about is a crossover. A crossover is a meal that contains both fat and carbs. These meals are on plan. These meals are very sustainable for life. However, I do have to caution you, those of you who are in weight loss mode, these meals are not going to be something that you want to eat often. Remember, the goal is to separate those carbs from the fat so that we can lose weight. So if you're in weight loss mode, go ahead and stick with doing S meals or E meals. If you're in maintenance mode, crossovers would be great for you. Those are meals that contain both fat and carbs. All right, so you have the basics down. You have your S meals, you have your E meals, those energizing meals. You have those FP fuel pool meals, which are low in fats and carbs, as well as your crossover meals, which are present with carbs and with fats. But now let's talk about sugar. Sugar. What if you want something sweet? What can you eat on this plan? You can eat so much on this plan. There are on-plan sweeteners that you can use, and nowadays those sweeteners are very easy to find. When I first started this plan, I used to order a whole bunch of stuff off Amazon, my sweetener being one of them. Now I can go to Walmart and I see my sweetener right there. Let's talk about what sweeteners are on plan for Trim Healthy Mama. Things like stevia, erythritol, xylitol, monk fruit. These are sweeteners that are on plan for Trim Healthy Mama. And many products today, I have a video on here. Actually, I have 2 videos on my channel. One is Trim Healthy Mama and keto items at Winn-Dixie, and the other is Trim Healthy Mama and keto products at Target. Both of those locations and Walmart have a wide variety of products, not just sweeteners, but other items that you can get that are on plan and will work with this lifestyle. There is no excuse to not be able to do this plan if you truly want to. You are in control. The ladies that wrote the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook, they always say, Trim Healthy Mama my way. That means you can make it as simple or as complex as you want it to be. Once you know the basics of what is a satisfying meal, those are our S meals that are fat focused. What is an E meal? Those are our energizing meals that are carb focused. What is an FP? Those are our fuel pool meals that are low in both carbs and fats. And what is a crossover? Those are meals where carbs and fats are present. Once you have that information down, the sky's the limit. You get to decide how your meal planning would go. Create a menu. Go on the fly. Freezer meals. Quick meals. Drive-through meals. Let me tell you a few things that are not included on this plan. Ordinary white table sugar. That will spike your blood sugar. Ordinary white bread or wheat bread, commercial bread that you would buy from the grocery store. Those are also things that would spike your blood sugar. Here are some things that are on plan though as alternatives to those two. Stevia, monk fruit, erythritol, xylitol. Those are great low glycemic sweeteners to use in your baking, with your drinks, with your cooking, and they taste great. You might notice a difference when you start, but think of it. You're changing your whole way of eating from this moment, the way how you used to eat, to now, being a trim, healthy mama. Let's talk about bread. I did say that ordinary commercial white bread and wheat bread from the grocery store would not be on plan simply because those spike your blood sugar. And with Trim Healthy Mama, we want to keep that blood sugar as happy and calm as possible. We don't want spikes and crashes. We want even keel blood sugar. Some things that you can use to replace your bread. Ezekiel bread is a sprouted bread. Ezekiel brand bread is a great one. Sprouted breads are also great. Things like sourdough. Those are breads that have been fermented. Because of the fermentation of that sourdough bread, it's made easier to digest and it's easier on your blood sugar. The sky is the limit with Trim Healthy Mama. I hope this video was an easy, simplified way of explaining the plan. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer them. Don't forget to subscribe to this video for more low-carb cooking and curly hair tutorials.